500 years ago, people let their imaginations run wild and built a human-shaped iron cage. They locked an immortal inside and threw her into the Pacific Ocean. Everyone watched as she drowned, but seconds later, she came back to life, only to be swallowed by the sea again. Then she died and revived, again and again. She was trapped in an endless loop of death and resurrection that lasted 5 centuries. No one could possibly understand that level of despair, except her sister, Andy. The last 2 immortals on Earth, the sisters had once fought side by side in thousands of epic battles. Every fight had changed the course of history in some way. But then, ignorant villagers, swayed by the words of a priest, branded them as evil witches. The villagers subjected them to every form of torture imaginable, even strangling them for hours on end. But nothing worked. Mia believed the villagers had exhausted their cruel methods. She was wrong. That's when they unveiled the human-shaped iron cage. Mia felt fear. The villagers forced her into the cage and threw her into the ocean, sentencing her to 500 years of agony and despair. During the chaos, Andy managed to escape the prison unnoticed. She spent centuries searching for her sister, but found nothing. 500 years later, while still on her search, Andy encountered 3 other immortals. Together, they formed an immortal strike team, taking on top-secret missions no ordinary human could handle. They didn't answer to any government or agency. If the heavens had cursed or gifted them with eternal life, it was clearly for a higher purpose. On one mission, they infiltrated a hidden facility, quickly neutralizing the guards stationed at the entrance. But when they pushed deeper inside, the room where hostages were supposed to be held was empty. The next second, a hail of bullets rained down on them. A commanding officer approached to inspect the scene. Once he confirmed it was clear, he turned to leave. But he didn't notice Andy's eyes. They were open again. Bullets pushed their way out of her rapidly healing wounds. The team got back on their feet. The soldiers began to panic. But before they could reload, the immortals had already closed the distance. Their teamwork was flawless, every move deadly. Within minutes, they had wiped out the entire squad. That's when Andy noticed. Cameras were installed in the corners of the room. Their resurrection had been captured on video.